Happy Halloween.
Season 2, we got new mics.
I need to be dressed as a woman.
I pried open a little bit. Help, help!
There was just a guy there.
Yeah.
Things were poisoned.
15. It was like, oh God. Ready?
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of My Parents Aren't Proud of Me. And
That's what you want to start with.
And I understand why.
Welcome
That's the
back.
important part.
The first episode of a season, I just something just inside of me says I need to be dressed as a woman.
That's something inside you. Looks like something on the outside too. Welcome everybody. Welcome back to season 2. Season 2. We got new mics. Look at these bad boys. How do we sound?
Beautiful.
Do you hear the sultry? How you doing?
Sultry sound.
Hey.
These are the legit mics. These are we're podcasters now.
Yeah, true. Audio listeners, how you doing? I forgot we have to reference audio listeners more.
Oh,
because we
yeah.
have both.
Oh yeah.
And if you want to see what we're dressed
Right.
as, it's you should come see it. Absolutely.
Yeah, we are the Wizard of Oz.
Well, we aren't the Wizard of Oz. We're
Actually, no, he's not included at all.
We are cast from the Wizard of Oz.
We are Oz gang.
we are
Oz
Oz
gang. Oz gang.
My mom made us a little pumpkin.
It's beautiful.
That's our
What
wish.
does it say?
Oh, I'll get you my pretty. You know.
Yeah, that's a good
You're
one.
not flashing off your Toto?
Oh yeah, this is Toto.
It's been a while, man. We're back.
We don't look like Oz gang. We look like the porn parody of Wizard of Oz.
honestly,
Where Dorothy gets fucking a train run.
This looks like I made this joke earlier.
I'm trying to think of a good Wizard of Oz
Porn name?
That's what we're starting.
First
time they've seen us in a while?
What's the best porn name? 100 points to whoever can make the best porn name.
Put that in the comments, baby.
Yeah.
The Jizzard of Oz. The Jizzard of Oz.
I'll get you my pussy.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
That was too far.
You asked.
Yellow Piss Road.
Oh
that
my
was
god.
Oh,
That was just
I'm
disgusting.
sorry.
That was a bad one.
Well, yeah. People usually refer to my dick as a munchkin. So.
You're offending Munchkins.
Dude, speaking
All the munchkins are dead.
speaking of
Yeah, no, that's true.
Every single munchkin
They all
on
died.
the original set of The Wizard of Oz are dead.
Isn't everyone
Because-
from the original set dead?
No.
How
Who's
old's that
alive?
movie?
1939.
well, didn't
old.
Not everyone's dead?
on the
No, but I mean, because munchkins, much like small people and tall people, their bodies just are not
Built for
suited
long-term
for
survival?
long-term survival. Yeah,
it's true.
it's
Yeah.
true.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, but
Specifically,
you don't think all the original actors are dead too?
No, I don't
But
think so.
one of
1939
them
is pretty
they,
old,
they
man.
still live a while. I think one of them died at 80 something.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but 1939 is like what, 80 years ago?
Yeah.
It was like I think it was like 2014.
Wait,
It
am
must
I
have been
right
like
about that? Is
Must
it
have been like a
1939?
slow news day. They were like, all the munchkins are dead.
Slow news day.
What?
hate
That's
slow
that.
news
That
days.
was the title. That was the main story.
I guess sticking to the Halloween theme because it's Halloween. Tomorrow technically when this episode comes out? Didn't Munchkin on the original version?
Yeah, so apparently that happened, that there's a Munchkin hanging, but then when they re-released it, it looks like a bird, but I think they just changed
Yeah,
it.
the munchkin hung itself.
I think they just
one of
changed
the
during the
actors in
production.
the back.
You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
no,
they didn't
there's no
notice
proof.
it during
there's,
filming?
There's no proof. It just
I don't
whatever it is in the background looks like something hanging, like a person hanging.
But
But it could just be a prop.
It's always in those videos of like hidden like sinister Easter eggs.
It always comes up.
and they have like weird music and
But
the
if you
ones-
do watch, I don't think it actually is. But if you watch it, it does look like.
How would
someone's
someone
hanging.
not see it?
Well, no, I don't think it is someone hanging. I think it's someone played a prank.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that's what it was.
That's a
and then
rough
when
pun.
they released it, they made it look like a bird going like this, kind of. But it does look like a person hanging in the background.
I don't like that.
No,
I don't like any of that.
no.
I wanted to get into how you guys feel about couples costumes during Halloween.
I mean, I think that makes sense. I
Yeah.
think I'm a big fan of group costumes.
Yeah.
We've had a few good ones. We've had the
We were Teletubbies.
Teletubbies and the Ghostbusters.
I like
Probably-
the Ghostbusters.
Probably have pictures of those.
So is this the third rendition of like a
So this is the third rendition. We are now the Oz gang.
The Oz gang.
Oz gang?
I don't know. I feel like some get into it. Like, there's some weird. I saw the Grinch and who's the Mary Sue?
Oh, Cindy Lou Who?
Cindy Lou Who?
Well, that's just weird.
Exactly.
That's
That's
weird
what I'm
because
starting. Some of
that
the
is
combinations are a little.
That is a predatory relationship.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
little strange.
Unless he waited, could have waited.
I like them, but sometimes I feel like they're pretty basic. Like you had the power of two minds, and that's what you came up with.
I know a big one this year is the fucking Stranger Things, Skipper, whatever.
Oh, and
Skipper.
Skipper?
you know the Navy, like the sail.
Dustin?
Yeah. No.
Skipper. It's like Skip
They
Mahoy.
work. They work at the
McCoy.
place.
Chips Mahoy?
Chips Mahoy. Yeah.
Chips Ahoy.
I've seen a lot of
No,
it
not
already.
Chips Ahoy.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Stranger Things?
Yeah, but Skipper. What is all
Season
this?
3.
I've seen it, but what are you guys talking
The,
about?
what's the guy?
I forget the
guy-
name of the guy, but he wears a
Like
little.
Steve.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
He
Navy
wears
hat,
the Navy
and the
hat,
girl
and
also
the girl
works
also
there
wears
too.
it.
Oh, so the costume is them
Them,
wearing
yeah.
those
The
costumes.
costume is them wearing those costumes.
Not the most creative.
Not
They
the
also
most
don't
creative.
even. Oh, spoiler. They also don't even get together in the show.
Well,
Yeah, they absolutely don't.
You know, if you find. Also,
I'm leaving. I didn't
turns-
see it.
Yeah, she turns out to be. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna spoil.
It's true, but you see the ones like that's the socket and the electrical outlet.
That's pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
I feel like it's harder to find a girl that would wear the outlet,
I would be a fork.
and she's the outlet.
well, yeah. I mean,
And then Robert's little kid playing with it.
That's your couple costume.
Why am I
Yes.
part of the couple?
You could be.
Or a
die.
throuple. Or a throuple.
To
You know what a
die.
throuple is?
it's
a three-person couple.
three-person couple. Yeah.
It's about time. There's a name for it.
It is about time.
Sticking to the Halloween theme, do you guys remember the time you were like most scared, most afraid?
This
In
morning.
general,
Yeah, because I sometimes like we talk about it sometimes.
You mean like on Halloween?
no, like
in
in
general?
like in general, yeah.
Where have I been most?
Because we talk about it sometimes, and then like I keep going back to a moment that I have.
I'm not sure when I've been most afraid. You go. I have to think.
Dude, one time I was walking home like pitch black, like 2 a.m. You remember this story?
Yeah, I remember
I was
this.
walking home pitch black 2 a.m. and I was passing this car, and there had to be like an injured animal underneath the car, and as soon as my foot went past the car, the loudest like ruffle noise I've ever heard was like came from under the car, like and like I got so scared that I didn't even move, and my vision went like blurry, like I couldn't see in front of me. That's how scared I got for a
Jesus.
second. Like literally, I was like, oh, whatever's happening, it's got me. You know, I was like.
Panic. Basically,
It was
panic.
straight up
set
panic.
in.
It was
fire or
fight or flight, and I was
or
not.
freeze. No, it's actually fight, flight, or freeze is the complete term. believe it or
Actually?
not. Yeah.
fight, flight. Oh yeah, I
Wait,
guess
what
that makes
what
sense.
was it?
Where?
Oh, you never found out?
Oh no, I didn't find it. I think I just because once I came
Like
to,
your
I just
deer in
sped,
headlights.
walked away. I was like, so there's fight, flight, or
Fight,
freeze.
flight, or freeze. Because if you think about it, deer in the headlights, they freeze.
That is not fight or flight. That's just
It's neither fight
freezing.
nor flight.
Dude, I froze.
Simply frozen.
It was over.
I don't know the most scared I've ever been. That's like a weird question.
I think I know.
Weird question.
Oh, weird. I don't know.
I think mine was when me and Johnny were both walking home, but like we split like this and we were walking alongside the graveyard, but on opposite sides of the street. And we both heard bongo music coming from the back of the graveyard, which is weird at 1 a.m. We're like, I don't know, weirdos, right? So I heard it.
Necromancy.
And then Johnny calls me and he goes, "You hear the bongo music?"
Oh,
And I was
geez.
like, "Yeah, I do." And then I heard noises, so I said, "Wait, hold on, I'll call you back." And then the gate to the graveyard is covered in leaves, like this kind of. You can't even see into it. And I just heard someone like, or animal maybe, slowly like moving behind the gate, making crunchy noises on the leaves. And I was like, I gotta go home now. And I ran home. But I've never been so scared that I like see white or like.
Dude, yeah, it was. I've never experienced something like that.
I've never.
I've
been
only
that
experienced
scared.
something like that from pain.
Yeah, that's happened.
I don't know. My
I've-
body. I don't know.
You ever in so much pain that you almost like feel like woozy now?
Yeah, I think I've told this
Or
one.
you go numb a
I've
little?
I've told this one before. Yeah.
Oh, there's one thing so I go to like a family friend's house up in upstate New York, and over there it's like pitch black,
Oh yeah.
just the darkest
The
of
abyss.
black.
It's the abyss.
And he has this huge like floor to ceiling like window wall essentially that you can see into the forest during the day, and at night it's just like some black. And regardless, we heard some noise coming from there, but we couldn't see anything, so because it's just so black. And then when we flipped on the light, there was just a guy there, and it was actually his neighbor coming to check on him because we were firing guns before, and he just wanted to make sure everything was okay. But
That's a
he
brave man.
but we flipped on the light, and he was just like. just there.
That's where
And
the
I was
music.
like, "Holy
that's where the
fucking
jump
shit."
scare music
Yeah,
starts
seriously,
and you run
it
away.
was terrifying. I don't know why he was not walking particularly fast. He was just there, and I was like, ah.
Yeah, I know.
Tizzle.
Nothing like Nothing supernatural like that, or where I was scared like that. But I told you when I was in the elevator, and water just started pouring down. Like I got to I was on the 8th floor, right, in my grandpa's condo, and then I took the elevator down to the ground floor, which is like it's like a slightly underground, but not fully underground. So the parking garage is just lower than the street level a little bit. And then as I hit the bottom floor, it goes and like shakes the elevator, and then water starts pouring in the sides and keeps pouring in, and the water level's rising and rising, and it's going up.
So
You're
you're gonna drown. You're gonna drown.
Yeah, and it's like it was going up like an inch a second.
Oh my God.
So like after 30 seconds, it's at 2 feet. And I pried open the elevator doors. I pried open a little bit, help! and then pried it open more and just squeezed out.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it was.
fucking
That was
God.
the scariest thing in my life.
Did you figure out like what that problem was, or you just
It was I don't think it was a hurricane. It was in Myrtle Beach, right? So it was by the beach. It was like a hurricane or a monsoon or whatever. But the parking garage was like literally 3.5, maybe 4 feet covered in water. So that's why it was flooding in. Literally, when I got out into the parking garage after all this, I went over and I saw like kids on surfboards playing around in the parking garage. It was a pool.
They had no idea you almost died.
Yeah, they had no idea.
Were
Well, I
you-
really didn't. I'm sure the water would have stopped at 4 feet. Or
Yeah.
3.5
the
feet.
water hopefully would
But
have stopped
still,
at
that-
my
Wait,
neck.
how old were you?
But I didn't know that when it's
Horrifying.
pouring in.
Yeah.
Oh, like 10?
Oh my god, it's traumatic. Were you ever like wary around elevators after that? Or
No.
It was just like one and done. It was over.
It was no. I mean, it was a flood.
You
It
know,
was a flood.
you know what's funny? If you saw that in a horror movie, like a flooding elevator, you as a viewer would probably be like, "What? What the hell's? How is this happening?"
Yeah, I would be like, all right,
It's
is it
impossible. Yeah,
supernatural?
this is
is it in
impossible.
the guy's head?
And JT almost drowned in an elevator by accident.
Did you ever have any like irrational fears growing up?
Oh yeah, I was afraid of like
Yeah.
things were poisoned. I think things were poisoned.
Like someone was coming after.
Yeah, no, not that someone was
Paranoid emperor.
not that someone was coming after me, but I don't know why. I thought food was poisoned for a good few weeks.
For
Yeah.
a few weeks.
That was
Yeah,
a terrifying laugh.
Yeah.
That was so
For a
scary.
few weeks.
Yeah, no, my parents had to sit me down. They're like, nothing's poisoned. You're
So,
fine.
so like your mom would bake a cake, turn around, put it down, and you would be like,
That never happened.
You
but-
murderous
but
bitch.
Yeah. I think it's because I got food poisoning once, and
Oh,
I couldn't
okay.
equate what poisoning meant in a sixth sense
How
or
old were
someone
you?
trying to kill you. Oh, a 6,
Oh, okay.
5, 6.
I was terrified of stuffed rabbits.
Oh, you still are though.
Yeah, I'm a little queasy around them.
You don't like dolls.
Dolls are fine.
Yeah, dolls are fun.
It's stuffed rabbits. Something about rabbits.
I think rabbits are kind of creepy too. Actually,
Like the Easter Bunny was never fond of him.
All the Easter bunny things are terrifying.
They're so scary,
They're
dude.
gonna fucking eat you.
Yeah.
I was super afraid of what's his name?
Santa.
From Harry Potter, the elf thing.
Dobby?
Dobby?
Everywhere I went, like when I would go to the bathroom, and like I have like a bathroom that's like kind of outside. It's on my porch, so I'd go there and I would ask my parents to check if Dobby was there first.
You know,
They'd be like, "Oh, no monsters here," and then I'd go to the bathroom.
You know, thinking back though,
Scary
the
motherfucker.
CGI is kind of old. It does look a little weird. It's like an uncanny valley. Dobby's here. Like,
Dude, I wouldn't want to. Are you kidding me? If that thing was in my bathroom, I wouldn't. I wouldn't just go, "Hey, Dobby," and walk away. I'd probably kick it.
no wonder
I was
Harry
like, I
didn't
was so
him.
young, I couldn't understand like who was good or who was bad in Harry Potter.
Whatever
Just,
looked
like,
weird.
It's just who was scary and who wasn't.
I was afraid, and honestly still am, of top bunks of a bunk bed, and it's not because of me. It's I have always had this like recurring vision in my head of the bunk breaking and just the person below being murdered.
below you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the person below, because I used to in actually the same house with the pitch black thing. My parents were in a room, and there was like a bottom bunk, but my parents would sleep on it, and then I'd sleep on top, and I always thought like
You would.
I would fucking just like the bunk would break, and I would just wake up to like their fucking heads split open.
You would kill your
And I would
parents.
kill
Imagine,
my parents.
imagine being the person on the top bunk that fell and killed
Oh,
someone.
you have like survivor's
how-
guilt.
yeah, how
it's
did
gonna
you
be horrible.
Yeah, like what if I just lost more weight or something? Well, did you?
Yeah,
did
no,
you,
honestly, that might go through the person's
Did you
head.
say you had a vision?
Like a premonition?
It would just
Final
play in
Destination.
my head over and over and over. It was just like metal bunk bed, and it would just play of just like this pole, just like right through. I would just sleep on the floor because I was
Step Brothers?
totally afraid of it.
Danny used to steal bowls at Halloween.
That's not true.
Danny-
That is absolutely true. You've told me.
Danny used to steal.
I did
when
not.
it says take one, I'll take one bowl.
No. This is a fucking bullshit. You
told me in high school.
because this is the opposite. This is the opposite. Antonio always used to take bowls. He used to just go down the street and fucking whole bowl into the bag.
That I remember.
And I would
remember
always say, "Hey man, you can't do that.
Respect the rules of Halloween.
It's not fair for everybody else."
I like Danny doing a
Why are you
Danny.
Mickey Mouse?
Because that's what I sound like until like one day when I was like 15, it was like, oh god.
Danny doing a younger Danny impression.
It literally went from like, hey to,
dude, what are you guys?
Oh god. But yeah, and one time and then I saw Antonio's mom and I went, your kid is real meanie. He's stealing bowls. And,
That was the
and
word.
Antonio's mom's advice was just, you should go kick his ass. And I was like, and I respect regardless of what I told you in high school, I respect the rules of Halloween. I took one piece and one piece only, and I always waited for the great candy trade.
Oh, I love the
Yeah,
fake
well,
candy.
Wait, what's the
trade.
great candy trade?
We all
After,
dump our candy and we trade.
It's basically the stock market floor
Yeah.
for 11-year-olds.
What was high demand? What was low demand?
Kit Kats.
The ones that had razors were low demand.
The thing is,
Don't
you
want
gotta
those.
you gotta find a good trading partner. If you find somebody who likes fucking orange Starburst, then wow, or yellow Starburst, that's great.
It was just a commodity. It was almost like the black market. at
yeah,
first.
yeah, yeah.
Jackpot.
It's like, yeah, find somebody who likes the gross candies, and then
What's
maybe
the
you
worst
can get,
Halloween candy?
Fucking Raisinets.
apples with razor blades.
He made that.
He made that
We're on
joke.
the same wavelength right now. Raisins aren't that bad.
Dude, raisins make me throw
They're
up.
not that bad.
Can't eat
Peeps are pretty god awful.
I don't-
Peeps? That's
not-
Easter.
yeah, it's Easter.
That's like all year round.
No peeps.
There's no Christmas peeps.
And also, I like peeps.
Fish your peeps all year round.
By the way,
I like putting them in the
Seed.
microwave.
I hate all the flavored Tootsie Rolls except for vanilla is like bearable.
There's one like
I like the
orange
lime
that's
one.
okay.
If it's not a chocolate Tootsie
yeah,
Roll,
one
I
of
don't
them
know.
is okay.
If it's not chocolate, I send it.
Yeah.
I think
I'll throw it back at them.
I don't like milk duds.
Milk duds are too crunchy.
They're okay.
Well, they're not crunchy
I like
at
milk
all.
duds.
Milk duds?
They're
You're
like,
thinking of
they're
Whoppers.
chewy.
Oh, I'm thinking of Whoppers.
You're thinking
I like
like
milk
malt.
duds.
Milk duds. I'm always afraid they're just going to take out a tooth.
My
I know
brother
what you
lost
mean.
my brother lost a tooth on it. But it was like a loose tooth.
They're like drying like glue. Like
Yeah.
Dude,
they're horrible.
Do you remember the Take 5 bar?
Oh, most
delicious.
underrated candy bar.
It's delicious.
Oh, you
Delicious.
started
Delicious.
Most underrated candy bar of all time.
Dude, well, no, for both of you. Well, I'll tell you what. I had a bad.
You don't like
I'm gonna set you on
Listen.
fire.
I had a bad.
Kiss my big metal ass.
No, listen, dude. I had braces. Already a mistake. I had braces on. I didn't know what a Take 5 was.
Oh, this is bias.
I bit into it. Almost had to go.
All right, this is bias.
Essentially,
For
almost had to
what?
go.
This is
They are the
bias.
stickiest thing. I was like, I looked like
You
my
had a
mouth was
condition.
getting
You were a
sewn
You had
shut.
a
pussy.
condition.
Rude. I looked like my mouth was
Also-
getting sewn shut.
Also, whenever people used to give me like a Charleston chew, like what is this,
Those are great.
1930s?
All right, well.
Oh, it's like the Werther's candy.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
it's-
the
it's like-
ancient candy.
You want a sucker, young boy?
It's not just that it came out in 1930s. Like the one
Yeah,
you
it's
got
like-
is from
It's
1930.
1930. Yeah.
It's like dust on it. Goes. Poof.
Oh, you would get that. You would get like a Kit Kat or a Reese's, and you open it. It's old and it turns to like
Oh,
dust.
it's like the old woman from down the block reached
Yeah.
to the back of behind her
Oh.
fridge and handed it to you.
I won't eat them. I won't eat them.
You
I'll
ever
throw
get-
them out.
There's a lot of Halloween traditions. Obviously the trick or treat. In St. Louis, the tradition is that the kids have to tell a joke to the person in exchange for candy.
Okay, the transaction going on here.
It's like a little transaction. Yeah, I like that. I mean, you can obviously use the same joke for a lot of
Teaching you
people,
humor at a young age.
but I like that because I feel those people who are like, what do you say? Like, trick or treat. You have to say it, or
It'd
else
say
they won't
thank
give it to
you.
you.
It'd say thank you
Like,
after.
please, just fucking give me.
I know
the candy.
Danny
This
doesn't like
is-
saying please and thank you. He has a real problem with it.
Me. What the fuck are you talking about?
Remember in the diner?
Danny. It sounds like Danny's just lying about his
Or
childhood.
he wrote a whole
Oh, yeah,
thesis
yeah,
about
yeah,
why
yeah,
you don't
yeah.
need to thank waiters.
Oh Jesus!
Oh no,
Oh, we're talking about
that's
that.
that's a whole nother. That was a different.
But you don't
time.
believe in that anymore.
No, I don't.
Oh
Believe
my
that.
God! Yes, he
some
does.
hesitation.
Oh my
He
God!
does.
Yes, he does.
Hesitation.
Well, I mean, I'm sure if I heard some of my points in the past, I
Do you
might
think
go,
cashiers?
So you think your younger self could convince you to not thank waiters?
No. I think
That's what he's saying.
That's what he said.
no. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying
That's exactly what.
I think you should thank waiters, but I know a lot of people who like they overthink. it's like, it's they every because a waiter can do a lot of things at the table, so they'll go like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you,
I get
like
you.
5 times.
I do that. I pretty much thank them for everything.
I thank them for pretty much everything.
Just
Me
let
too.
them clear the table. Thank you. Don't say like, thank you for picking up my cup.
But that's not what
thank
you
you
were
for picking
saying.
up my plate.
Oh, no,
Thank you for picking up my fork.
Okay, that's a
But
lot.
that's not what you were
That's a lot.
saying
That's a
back
lot.
then, though. It was just a generalized thank you that was contested.
Well, I forgot what that argument was,
And
but
then
like
you
I
go,
said, I'm
Thanks, man.
sure I
I can get behind the don't thank them for every movement.
I think everyone would get behind that.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
He was doing that tactic where he changes
yeah,
the
yeah,
argument.
that's what he's doing.
I don't
something that it
I
wasn't.
don't remember
Yeah.
the argument. You're calling me out on something I don't remember.
That's fair.
Okay.
Danny, you went on vacation for 2 weeks. You left us. How was that?
Oh, it was pretty good.
You got anything from there?
There's one pretty story. I think pretty stereotypically has to do with like language barrier. In Brazil, they speak Portuguese, which is
Not
hard.
Not English.
It is a very hard language to learn, and a lot of people are like, it has some similarities to Spanish, and people are like, oh, if you know some Spanish, you can fucking know Portuguese. That's not true at all, because they just say sounds that I can't say, that we don't say, because they use, every language uses a different part of the mouth,
Okay.
Right.
and so long story short, there was this woman. God damn it, I fucked this up already. So I lived in Brazil for 10 weeks.
that far back?
Yeah, no, because I just found it out recently. I lived in Brazil for 10 weeks in like 2016.
Yeah.
And we lived in this place where this woman would cook breakfast for us. And they had this very particular bread that I liked. And that was one of the only words I knew. At the time, what's
it called?
Pow. A pow. And so every morning I love this bread, and I always have a lot of it. So every morning I go to her and I go, pow, and she'd laugh. She'd go ha ha ha, and I'd be like, oh yeah, and like I thought we were having a really good conversation. 10 weeks lived there, said goodbye to her, forgot about it. Recently. One of my friends, Hanato, who's a guy who lives over there, shout out Hanato, he told me that bread is, and it's still hard to say, bread is pão. Fuck, I can't even say it. It's like pão. You use the back of your throat, like pão. It's like
Oh my God.
pão.
What were you saying?
And pão is dick.
Why is bread so close to dick?
Well, it's pow. It's not. It's church. It's not directly translated to dick, but
Oh my
it's like
God.
translated to like hardwood. So it's like people use it as dick.
So you were asking her for dick.
So every morning I'd go up there and I go, dick, and then she'd laugh at me, and it just goes to show that some interactions you think you're having. Are not right. they're just not true.
You entered the accidental
It's-
flirt zone.
But whenever someone goes to a new country, new language, we always look up the curse words.
Yeah, no, but this is like like I said, it's not
There's so much
it's
slang.
it's not dick. It's like a fucking
Something,
it's
yeah,
like
okay.
something that people refer to it as dick.
It's slang.
But yeah,
Some people that people refer to.
so
as-
yeah, so it's like you can hold your nose. It's like pow versus pow. It's really hard.
Well, now I
you gotta
know.
get a Portuguese person on here to say it, or a Brazilian person on it. But it is.
phone them in.
I thought that was that really woke me up.
So did you find that out because the person talked to the woman, or just because he went, oh yeah, do you remember all that time you were saying dick to that poor lady?
No. So I was ordering some bread at a
my
thing, and
God.
I was like, "Pow!" and she was like, "Excuse me." And that's when I found out, and then I had the moment where I go, "Oh
Yeah.
God!"
Oh,
Where
God.
the window shatters.
That
and-
was the one point of connection I had with this woman for 10 weeks. I just told her 2 thumbs up, dick, baby.
How?
That's,
Oh,
that's,
oh, that's weirder.
You guys hear about the Instagram models who flashed their tits at the baseball game?
My dad sent me the
No.
my dad sent me the video of that.
These Instagram models flashed their tits at the baseball games in breast cancer awareness, and they were right behind home plates. They're on TV, and they made it onto live television. And then she got a letter in the mail saying you're banned indefinitely from MLB games.
That's fine.
well,
Tell you what
good
though,
for her. Free the nipple.
But yeah, that's everyone's saying.
nipple.
Everyone's saying, how could they ban them? How could they ban them? Like, this is ridiculous.
it's
Like,
not. That's
Yeah,
not
it's like-
ridiculous.
yeah,
It's,
I don't know.
You're just not allowed to do that. I mean, that's a fair rule.
In my experience, when I expose myself, I get no applause.
You're double standard.
I try to raise awareness for testicular cancer and penis cancer.
For anus cancer.
Anus cancer.
Wait, you were drunk when you did that.
The motive or reason isn't important. It's the act.
Oh, do you want to talk about the fact that we are now season ticket holders of the XFL?
What?
We bought season tickets
For what team?
The New York Guardians.
I don't know the teams yet.
Yeah.
Barely anybody knows the team.
Either way,
brand new.
we are fucking hell yeah. I've always wanted to be a season ticket holder of something, you know.
And now we're.
I feel like it just makes you
Better person.
a better fan.
That's-
So how does that? Aren't there only like 8 teams or something?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
8 teams.
10 games, 5 are at home, so it's a 5-game package essentially.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm very excited. It's at MetLife Stadium, so that'd be fun.
I just wiped up like half of my.
It's
nose
fine.
makeup.
It's fine.
It's all right.
It's fine. On a scale of 1 to 10, how many couples that go out for Halloween leave the costumes on after?
Excuse me.
For
You know,
sex?
you know what I mean? Yeah. Thank you.
How many bang?
Yeah, with the
Oh, if
costume.
it's not all of them, I'm disappointed.
I was like, I don't think any of them leave the costume on and go to sleep like
go to
that.
sleep like that. I'm sure
You don't
some
do that? What the hell's wrong with
I'm
you?
sure some do. Half of us left the Ghostbusters costumes on when we slept.
Yeah.
I would say I would go conservative. I would say like 4 out of 10.
I'll let you know this Halloween when I go home with Danny.
Oh my god.
Well, we're gonna be
I
putting
don't know. I don't know. See, I'm gonna be a little
we're
more
gonna be
liberal. I
putting
think
on the
6 out of 10.
costumes, the furry costumes, obviously.
I think 6 out of 10.
You would say 6
I think
out of
people
10?
let their inner kinky side come out.
You going more ambitious on it?
Yeah, a little bit. Not gonna go crazy. I don't think it's like a vast majority.
Are they doing a couple's costume or no?
Both.
Oh, I
Doesn't
thought that
matter.
was implied.
Okay,
No,
so just
it doesn't
couples-
matter.
Couples who are
So what about like you random people that have met at the bar? So like
I think that goes down a little bit.
so like
That's 3 out of 10 maybe.
3 out of 10?
Yeah.
I'd say 2.
you know like some
Yeah, that's fair.
20%.
I'm trying to think of 2 costumes.
You
that
have to
don't
have
clash.
some type of mental connection going on, I feel.
Yeah.
To do that.
Yeah, what about like a guy dressed as like a piece of bacon and a girl is like a devil or something, you know? I don't know if they're leaving that on.
That's sizzling hot.
Devil, I think there could be sexy devil, but the bacon now.
Bacon's tough.
I don't know. You can swing bacon, I think. Depends on how much the person likes food.
stuff. Yeah.
You know, it's always a good costume. Waldo.
Yeah, it's
It's
easy.
just
Do you think
And
there's
a
gonna be a
seat.
lot of Joker costumes?
1,000.
a
A
billion.
lot of really cringy.
Dude,
Maybe not
dude,
cringy.
we're gonna have. It's gonna be
If I
like
was skinnier, I
Did
would
you,
have did it.
did you see the set? The stairs in the Bronx are getting like flooded with tourists.
And apparently it's a horrible area.
Yeah, and people are like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Because there's people's houses like right
true.
there.
Dude, we're gonna see so many Jokers,
So many
Harley
Jokers.
Quinns, and It's gonna be like the
Yeah.
Clown.
season of the clown.
Joker,
I
Pennywise.
want those 3 characters just to hang out one day.
Whoever's terrified of clowns is gonna have a tough Halloween. I'm
Wait,
sorry,
who?
guys.
I just want like Harley Quinn, Joker, and Pennywise just to chill one day.
Yeah, I think those will be some of the top costumes.
All right, so obviously Pennywise is scarier because he's a monster. But what do you think is scary on screen? I think the Joker was creepier.
No, still Pennywise.
No, Pennywise.
He's a
Pennywise
monster.
in the second one? The second
It
one?
doesn't matter. Joker's
I didn't think he was that
Joker.
creepy.
Joker at the end of the day is just
Eats
a
your
person.
head and stuff. Yeah.
I know the concept's scarier.
Okay.
He still eats your
That's
head.
what I'm saying. The portrayal, I think, is creepier in the Joker movie.
Has this
Still
been the
Pennywise.
first?
Still.
How long has Fortnite been around? It's like one of the first Halloweens.
No. It
But
was no.
was it as popular?
Not nearly.
So do you think do you think the number like a big kid's costume is going to be Fortnite?
What are you talking about? No, last Halloween, everyone was Fortnite characters. They were still very
No.
popular. I was a Fortnite character just as a throwaway costume.
Am I thinking of 2 years ago Halloween or when did Fortnite?
Last Halloween,
I was a cop.
it was like only on its.
I forgot
It
what
was
it
already
was.
on its like 5th, 6th season.
Then I'm thinking of 2 years ago Halloween.
Yeah. But last Halloween, Fortnite was big boy.
Really?
Yeah, there was whole aisles like fucking punk superheroes Fortnite.
Why don't I remember any of that?
We were in the store with all the Fortnite stuff. Remember?
Didn't you get the Top Gun?
Yeah.
Weren't you Top Gun?
I got Top Gun, and then like
Top Gun is a
and then
good
I got like a
outfit.
onesie Fortnite character just as like a comfortable going.
I
out
got. I
costume.
was just a cop. It was a really lazy Halloween costume.
Yeah, you always got to have like a second costume. That's okay.
Some costumes are just so lazy.
So a costume, it was just a strap with a big potato chip, and you put it on your
chip
shoulder.
on your
and It
shoulder?
was chip on your shoulder.
Jesus.
And I was staring at it. I was like,
What is this?
And it dawned on me. I was like, oh, that's
You just
genius.
you just go to the kitchen and get like a pot or a pan. You go be a pothead.
Dude, honestly,
wear on
the
your head.
people that wear, I know I'm going to upset a couple people, but the people that wear like just their baseball jerseys and go as a baseball player, don't even let them in the bar. It's just like, it's so annoying. Wear
You
something.
get to hit him with a bat.
Like, why do I have to wear in like this fluffy big costume, and then he walks in a baseball jersey, and we get the same
Well,
treatment?
you don't have to.
Yes, I
Same
do.
treatment.
It's discrimination. It's costume discrimination.
People who don't dress up are the worst.
Worst.
Don't go. Get the fuck out of here. Don't come to Halloween if
I
you're
agree
not
with
gonna
that. I
if
kinda
you're,
agree
if
with
you're not
that.
gonna dress up.
Also, does anybody really know what they're doing on Halloween until Halloween? Do people make plans?
I don't know. I think so.
Because like every group chat I'm in doesn't know what they're doing still. And
Yeah,
it's-
we're just
it's-
like, oh, they're gonna figure it out. It's just gonna be like
Alcohol.
a bar but in costumes. I love Halloween personally. I think it's great
Yeah, I enjoy Halloween quite a bit.
because you can hide
Quite a bit.
behind,
You know, I already have my
Your
my-
facade.
I already have my regular mask, and now I got to put another one over.
Yeah, yeah.
just keep covering up until it's over.
Yep. I'd keep it all on if I could.
All right. Well. All
right, you guys ready to get out of here?
Yeah.
All right, Robert.
I'm Bobby or Robert, as Antonio said. You can find me on Wattpad. I'm the Hodgepodge.
You can find me at dmore723 on Instagram or in Kansas. Dark Kansas.
I'm JT Holden 97 on Instagram.
And you can find me at Aunt Prisco. And can't forget to follow Picky Boys Podcast, also on Instagram.
Smash
cannot
that like
forget.
button. Fucking fuck.
Fucking fuck.
Fucking fuck.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Comment.
Keep the ghouls and goblins out of
subscribe.
your trick or treat
Subscribe.
bag.
Danny, what you would rate Danny on the hotness scale?
Would you swipe right on me?
True.
I'm a fucking little.
Should that be
farm,
the poll?
I'm a little farm girl.
Should that be the poll? Would you swipe right on Danny? Yes or no? All right,
There's
guys.
no back
Nipples
to
is
that
very
outfit. There's
show.
no backside.
All right,
All
let's
right.
get out of here. Let's
Anyway,
get out of here.
goodbye.
Peace, guys.